Hi, in this video I'm going to remind you how to divide fractions. Before I introduce you to dividing fractions, you have to know what we call the reciprocal. Reciprocal of a fraction is, so if I have a fraction a over b, we call its reciprocal the fraction that we obtain by flipping the initial fraction, b over a. As you can see, I'm talking about proper fractions, not mixed numbers. Once you know what the reciprocal is, I can tell you what the steps are into dividing fractions. There are two steps, just like in multiplication. You start by turning the mixed numbers, if there are any, into improper fractions. Then you proceed to dividing. Look at this division, a over b divided by c over d. I would like you to pay attention to this part. There are two things that happen here in the same time. You're going to turn the division into a multiplication, and then you're going to flip the second fraction. In other words, you're going to multiply the first fraction by the reciprocal of the second one. So the two steps: turn the division into a multiplication and flip the second fraction. These are the two things that you have to do when dividing two fractions. Let's look at one example now. 9 and 1 over 3 divided by 6 and 2 over 9. We're going to follow these steps. Turn the mixed numbers, if any, into improper fractions. Both of them are mixed numbers, so we're going to turn them into improper fractions. 9 times 3, 27, plus 1, 28, over 3 divided by 6 times 9, 54, plus 2, 56, over 9, equals. Now let's do the division. Pay attention again to this part in the division. So we're going to turn this into a multiplication, and we're going to flip the second fraction. Two things. So 28 over 3, again, times, and you flip the second fraction, 9 over 56. And this one is just the multiplication. The first thing in the multiplication was to turn the mixed number into improper fractions, which is good. And the second one, if you remember it, I advised you to simplify. Can we simplify? Yes. 9 and 3 both can be divided by 3. 3 divided by 3 is 1. 9 divided by 3 is 3. 28 and 56 both can be divided by 7. 7 goes into 56 8 times. 7 goes into 28 4 times. And I can still simplify the 4 and the 8 by 4. So 4 divided by 4 is 1. I won't write anything. 8 divided by 4 is 2. The answer is 1 times 3, 3, over 1 times 2, 2. Don't forget, turn it into a mixed number, 1 whole and 1 over 2. Your turn now to solve two questions. First one is 6 divided by 2 over 3. And the second one is 1 and 1/9 divided by 1 and 2/3. Pause the video and solve it. Then you can follow my solutions. Assuming you finished your questions, here is the way you should have solved them. Turn the mixed numbers into improper fractions. 6 over 1 divided by 2 over 3 equals. Then we look at the second part of the division. We need to turn it into a multiplication and flip the second fraction. That's what we're going to do. 6/1 times 3/2. Now that's a regular multiplication. How do we multiply? We simplify if we can. Yes, we can. 6 and 2 can both be divided by 2. And 6 divided by 2 is 3. Nothing else can be simplified. 3 times 3 equals 9 over 1 times 1, 1, so equals 9. This is the first question. The second one, turn the mixed numbers into improper fractions. 1 times 9, 9 plus 1, 10 over 9, divided by 1 times 3, 3 plus 2, 5 over 3, equals, again, we're going to look at the second part of our division. Keep the first fraction the same way, 10 over 9. Turn the division into a multiplication and flip the second fraction. Simplify if we can. Yes, we can. 3 and 9 can both be divided by 3. So 3 divided by 3 is 1. 9 divided by 3 is 3. 10 and 5 both can be divided by 5. 10 divided by 5 is 2. 5 divided by 5 is 1. I won't write it. Do the multiplications. 2 times 1, 2 over 3 times 1, 3. This is the final answer. Cannot be simplified anymore. Cannot be turned into a mixed number. Knowing this, right now you should be able to solve more complex fractions. Complex fractions as in A over B over C over D. The main fraction line will be shown by a longer fraction line. So this one, for example. Now you know that all fraction lines represent divisions. Hence, we can write it as a division, A over B divided by C over D. Of course, all of the fraction lines are divisions, but we're going to turn only this one into a division. Equals, and from here you can solve it properly. A over B, turn it into a multiplication by its reciprocal, D over C, and so on. Here is my example for you, and after that is going to be a challenge. 3 over 5 over 2 over 15. So again, I'm going to write this division line as a division. 3 over 5 divided by 2 over 15 equals. Look at the second part of the division. Keep the same fraction, the first one, keep it the same. Turn the division into multiplication by the reciprocal, 15 over 2. Simplify if we can. Yes, we can. 15 and 5 by 5. 15 divided by 5 is 3. 5 divided by 5 is 1. Now do the multiplications. 3 times 3, 9 over 2, which equals 4 and 1/2. Your turn. 1 whole and 2/3 over 1 and 1 over 2 plus 2 and 2 over 3. Pause the video and solve it. Assuming that you solved it, here's the solution. Equals. I should start with the denominator because there's an addition. I should copy the first one, 1 and 2 over 3. Over, how do I add two fractions? I have to have the same denominator. So the denominator 3 is not a multiple of 2, 6 is. So the common denominator is going to be 6. I'm going to amplify this by 3 and this one by 2. So the fractions become 1 and 3 times 1, 3 over 3 times 2, 6 plus 2 wholes and 2 times 2, 4 over 2 times 3, 6 equals 1 whole and 2/3 over 1 plus 2, 3, and 7 over 6. Now I know 7 over 6 is an improper fraction, but I won't bother turning it into a mixed number anymore, because having this division, I know that in a division the first step is to turn the fractions, the mixed numbers, into improper fractions. That's what I'm going to do. 1 times 3, 3, plus 2, 5 over 3, over 3 times 6, 18, plus 7, 25 over 6. And now, exactly what we did, we're going to turn this into a division. It is a division, but we're going to write it as such. 5 over 3 divided by 25 over 6 equals the two steps in a division. Turn the division into a multiplication and flip the second fraction. 5 over 3 times 6 over 25. Can we simplify? Yes, 6 and 3 by 3. 6 divided by 3 is 2. 3 divided by 3 is 1. 5 and 25 by 5. 25 divided by 5 is 5, and 5 divided by 5 is 1. So the answer is 1 times 2, 2 over 1 times 5, 5. Proper fraction, this is the final answer. Have fun solving all of the questions on the handout. See you next time.